Okay, so I'm Jeff Green from the University of Sheffield, and kind of on behalf of the management board of CBMNet, I'd like to welcome you all to this our first annual meeting. So most of the members of our management board are here today. So there's you probably know some of these people already, but there's Gavin Thomas, who was from the University of York. There's Jill Stevens here from the University of Nottingham. Dave Kelly from Sheffield. Susan Molyneux-Hodgson is around somewhere. There you are, Susan. Hi, also from Sheffield. And Preben is around. There's Preben from Green Biologics. I don't think Graham Eastham from Lucite is here, but there is a Lucite representative around, I believe. And perhaps most importantly, Jen Evans, our network manager, is here, who kind of has managed to get us all together in this room today. Okay, so we're all around here. Okay, so I hope you had some pleasant journeys to get to Sheffield, enjoyed your lunch. I've got my checklist here to make sure I say everything that I'm supposed to say. So what is our network trying to do? Well, we're hoping to organise one large annual get-together, a bit like this, for the next 5 years, and several smaller, more focused meetings that are on particular topics that are relevant to the CBM remit, and I'll say more about that later on. And what we're trying to do really is to kind of foster new collaborations between the industrial biotechnology sector in the UK and academics, with a particular focus on membranes and their roles and how they can be manipulated in order to improve the efficiency of existing IB processes and maybe be used to develop new and novel IB processes. I think it's true to say that we're a new community. Okay, so many of the BBSRC funded networks in industrial biotech and bioenergy are kind of sort of Doctor Who type of networks that have kind of somehow been rejuvenated and reborn from existing communities and networks, and have kind of been rebranded and have got a new coat and hat, but are essentially the same community. So we have some building to do to try and build up this community of people from industry and academia and various other sectors that are interested in the possibilities of manipulating membranes in cell factories, for example, in order to improve IB processes. So we've got that kind of job to do, and this is kind of the first step in doing that, in bringing together 100 or so people who are interested in this possibility. Okay. To be successful, we've got to build that community and have it focused on our remit and have it engaged. Okay, so you can be members of lots of networks, but if you don't do anything other than kind of occasionally look at the website, then that's not much of an engagement. So what we're looking for is for our membership to be really engaged in the activities of the network, and that's the way that we'll be successful. So if you have ideas for future meetings, be they large or be they small, to help you get partners with industry, contacts, to scope out a possible grant application in collaboration with industrialists, to exchange knowledge, and get in contact with us through Jen or through the website, and we can do as much as we possibly can to try and support those developing relationships to kind of bring the community together. In terms of engagement, I'd like to try and get, during the next sort of 24 hours or so, some volunteers from amongst the membership to try and help us contribute to the website and its content, because we need to keep that kind of fresh and sort of alive to encourage people to go and look at it. And one idea there might be to kind of set up a kind of CBMNet faculty to kind of review new papers, and if you write a couple of liners lines to say why this paper is kind of interesting and why people should read it, and put in the PubMed link, then you can kind of join a sort of CBMNet faculty of, say, 6 or something. So if you want to volunteer to try and do that, it might be useful for some early career scientists to kind of get on your CV and start to enhance your professional development. Then, if we've got any volunteers, sign up with Jen. Okay, it'd be really great if we can have a page there to try and keep the membership up to date on the literature as it emerges. Okay. So in the next 24 hours or so, as I say, we've got a program of activities that we hope will begin to generate this kind of sense of community, sense of belonging to CBMNet, and it'll allow you to have some stimulating and interesting discussions with people you may never have met before, both from academia and from industry. To try and incentivise those discussions, the Management Board have released £100,000 of our proof of concept funding to try to support maybe up to 6 ambitious, innovative, maybe high-risk projects relevant to our remit that involve some kind of academic and industrial partnerships. Really important that the projects be relevant to IB, that emerged from this meeting. Okay, so there's a bit of an incentive there to kind of make contact with the right sorts of people, bring together the right sorts of teams in order to try and come up with the sort of innovative projects that we're looking for from the CBMNet applications and proof of concept funding. As I've said, this is our first kind of large meeting, and we'd appreciate your feedback. So in the packs that you've got, there is a form in there that asks for some feedback. If you could spend some time doing that, that would be really useful, because we want your feedback, and I'm going to be a little discriminatory here, especially from those who are from industry who've come along today, which we really appreciate, so that we can better serve the needs of the community in the future. So we want to kind of, within our remit, kind of do the best we can for the community that's out there, rather than try and direct the community out there. Okay, I think I've covered most of my bullet points, so I hope that you all have a very successful and productive, enjoyable meeting. And as I said, I'll be back in a few minutes, really, to give you a kind of overview of CBMNet and our remit and the sort of things that we'll be looking for. So thank you very much. Okay, I can do that.